my name is Catherine McNutt, and I'm Miss River City's Outstanding Teen, and yes, I have dyslexia. Being a student with dyslexia has definitely been an interesting journey for me, and so many others like me. Now, I was first diagnosed when I was 9 years old, and I was diagnosed with dysgraphia, dyscalculia, and dyslexia. I know, right? Crazy! But here I am today, an all-honors student who's passing all their classes and is a 10th grader in high school. Now, to say that the public school system and school systems in general have some interesting ways with dealing with the topic of dyslexia is a quite accurate statement. Up until Senate Bill 48 was passed, that there were no required screenings for grades K through 3rd to get any type of dyslexia. Teachers weren't even allowed to mention that a child might be showing signs of dyslexia or a learning disability like it up until this bill was passed 2 years ago. My hope is that we can bring about more changes to this bill and hopefully get screening all through elementary school. So kids like me who were past 3rd grade when they started noticing the symptoms will be able to get the help they need. Now, I'm not saying that dyslexia is a learning disability. I more like to call it our superpower, because with the help of my dyslexia, I found my passion for music. I was told that I was never going to be able to read sheet music, but now I'm standing before you being principal horn player in my school's second highest band, and I never thought that that would be an achievement, but anything is possible. Kids with dyslexia, we think a different way. That doesn't mean it's the wrong way. It just means it's a little bit different. And sure, sometimes we may have a little bit of trouble learning how to graph something on a graph or something like that. But don't discount us out. We're pretty smart for our ages. I know for me, it was a struggle because all of my teachers, when I would first meet them, I told them, "Hi, my name is Catherine, and I'll be in your honors class, and I have dyslexia." And I remember the look on their faces. They would look at me and think that I wasn't supposed to be in their honors class just because I had a learning disability. Now, I'm not saying that it's like that at all schools, but at a lot of schools, I have heard stories of children with dyslexia being discounted as not smart enough or not good enough to be in our honors classes, and that's simply not true. Yes, it may take us a little longer to get to the finer details, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get there. For me, I've been reading at a 12th grade reading level since I was in the 3rd grade. Now, I stumped a lot of people on that one. Not many people thought that I could do that, let alone comprehend at a 12th grade reading level. But to everyone's surprise, I was reading at a 12th grade reading level. And it was the funniest thing when I would come to lit class and they would tell me to go to the library and pick out a book on that reading level. And I would have to tell them, "I'm sorry, but I can't read that." And it was so funny to see their faces. They looked shocked. And that's what tickled me. Why don't we get the same opportunities? I also discovered that in my accelerated classes, teachers aren't really prepared to handle an accelerated gifted child who has a learning disability. And that's something I also want to change. During my research, I found out that teachers aren't required to take a gifted or learning disability course before they become full-fledged certified teachers. Now, 20 years ago, that course was required, and thankfully, my mom got to take that course, and she's an amazing teacher, and she's also a co-ed teacher. So she teaches kids with learning disabilities, and she's one of the best teachers I've ever seen. Now, my goal is to get this course reinstated as one of the main goals that we need to have for our teachers. Because if our teachers know how to handle this, then our students will just grow exponentially in what they can accomplish. Because they won't feel like they'll be held back by the standards that we've put in place. I know for me, I'm not done until every student who has dyslexia has gotten fair treatment and we all feel like we can have our superpower. I'm Catherine McNutt, and I was happy to provide this speech for you.